Not a problem.
What?
But Grandmama, what big eyes you have.
Better to see you with my dear.
Granny, what big arms you have.
Better to embrace you with my dear.
And Grandmama, what big teeth you have. Eh?
The better to eat you with my dear.
Joss said about the red bean. A human has it, and he definitely didn't.
Gotta open his belly. Bottle caps, fake teeth, a corkscrew. Ah, here it is.
Well then, one...
What?
I find myself wondering if you're just horribly discreet, or if those mutations completely Are you really not interested in what...
Well, since you brought it up, I'd gladly hear the rest.
Yes, and the noble knights of Toussaint, I didn't stop until we reached the Ketdu wilderness. They left me there alone, without a copper, in a torn lace strip. They assumed something would eat me, or that I'd do it. But as always, I failed to live up to expectations. I wandered the woods for a week, went purple from the cold, gnawed the... They were bandits, bearded, drunk, spattered with blood. I was sure they'd rape me.
Take it neither happened.
That's when I learned a robber and a murderer can be a better man than a knight in shining armor. They took me in, we set off for Nazaire, and I did what I could to repay them. I...
Should have stayed there.
Perhaps I... But you know what? There came a point when I...
Been through a lot.
I have. And throughout this time,
She wasn't the one to bend.
And I'm not angry at her for that. Right.
Did you like Anna Henrietta?
Do you jest? I adored her. My darling little sis. So adorable. So sweet. Yet when they banished me from the palace, she didn't so much as peek out of the window.
She might not have known. Maybe just couldn't.
And could she also not grant me amnesty when she was crowned? Please. Oh look! The Emperor of Nilfgaard! He's come out to show off his new robe. Oh, the three little pig's homes. You know the story, don't you? He's afraid of the big bad wolf.
Looks like Big Bad's already blown down the houses of straw and sticks. Brick's the only one left.
We should look inside. Remember Joss's words?
One beam lies out in the open, guarded by 3 nobodies. Yeah, could be it.
That's one beam down. Good work.
Harlot! Vandal! Get him!
Not bad.
Pumboch, they didn't like that!
Picture huffed and puffed, and look, got a beam.
It cannot be.
What cannot be? Why so shocked?
Well, when you arrived, all you did was pout and now this. A jest. But here we are chatting away when there's work. We must keep looking. So, you like it here?
No, got a problem with magic in general. Illusions, portals, all that. Don't trust any of it.
A bow of old-fashioned tastes, eh? I like that.
This Longlock's tower?
Indeed. It's even taller than I remembered.
Wait. What Joss said about the third beam, remember?
In the possession of a bold farmhand somewhere deep beneath the ground. Yes, this must be it. Let's go.
Could pull myself up here, and I'll have to make that jump.
If you say so, I shall wait down here if it's all the same. Climbing's not my strong suit.
Stumped to climb all that way for nothing. Yellow bean. Here it is. Would have stumped to climb all that way for nothing.
So?
Got the bean, but long logs.
Can you blame her? Men these days, dandies.
That why you cozied up to a...
Detlef would...
Too bad he didn't.
I trust no one. Learned that long ago.
To use him.
No. At first I was in... It was in Matina, a few years past. I'd gone there to... We were hashing out the terms when in walked... I followed him out, observed him from a distance. But
Yeah, superhuman senses will do that.
he turned down a blind alley. I followed. He jumped out from behind a crate, baring his teeth. I suppose he'd wanted to frighten me. Alas, he didn't in the least. After all, I'm a monster too, am I not?
A higher vampire and you were unimpressed? Don't know if that's brave or just plain foolish.
I've always had a way with ostensibly dangerous, quiet...
That's supposed to be about...
Oh, brother, I hate to disappoint you, Geralt, but your belly button is not the center of the known world. No.
I guess. What happened then?
We talked, then met up once, twice, three... I truly enjoyed it at first. But only at first. To return such a feeling, anyone would be hard-pressed.
So there came a day you'd...
Yes. There was no other way. Let's just be... But then, once I decided to return...
Playing with fire, that...
Definitely. And either I'll get burned, or I'll burn all else.
Got a history with Detlef now.
I can handle him. You look at him as a witcher and see a monster. It's time to go. Just a bit more work and we'll be able... Now we must plant them by the path near Longlock's... Then we prepare to meet the giant. Right, this is the spot. Pull out the beans.
Flint! Cigars! Pipes! Rolling leaves!
Contract from a goose. That's new.
Do you really aim to concern yourself with that?
A true witcher should never abandon poultry in distress. Doesn't seem to be at home. A feather, broken. It was a fight. A feather, broken. It was a fight. A feather, broken. It was a fight. Goose feathers. Must have been flapping its wings. Or did it just get plucked?
Watch
That's your
out!
lucky
Pixies!
day.
There, in the trees. Some kind of camp?
Defend the goose! The golden eggs will be ours!
Gonna hang your head from my saddle.
Why keep her in a cage? Eggs from free-range birds are so much better. Oh well, where's the key?
Here it is. Got it. Good thing you posted that notice. Never would have found you otherwise.
Oh look, she laid a golden egg.
If only all my employees...
Did you really travel all the way? For a contract.
Nature of the job.
I don't believe it. You must have had another reason.
Well, spent a few idyllic... In Beauclair some time past. Part of me wanted to come back, I think.
Visit Toussaint once, and I always love
Care for a cigarillo? A bit of tobacco? A dab of fistek?
Remind me, what tale are you from?
Sold flints when I was a lass. But no one bought them, so I brought
nothing. We just want to get out.
sweet cheeks. 2 puffs of my stuff, and I guarantee you'll fly out of here as if...
Hey, where'd you get that ribbon? That's mine.
Is that so? Then why was it lying in the bushes? Finders keepers, sweetheart.
The ribbon.
There's not much to explain. I got it from a tourist.
But it means a lot to you.
How should I put this? And the ribbon reminds me.
Dears, could you continue this touching scene out?
Give Sienna the ribbon.
Sugar plum. The only thing I hand out for free is a
What if I asked you?
Ask me nicely and I might play.
All right, let's play.
Don't get your hopes up.
All right. Tell me
What?
what you want in return. Not to...
Don't want anything.
I... Wait!
Why?
The stalk will sprout abruptly. Very abruptly. We must be careful. All right, toss them!
Something's always gotta go wrong.
The home stretch.
Incredible.
Admire the view later. First, we must deal with... him.
Fairy tale creature. That was one tough son of a wench.
I told you this land had gone ape mad.
Can't help thinking you might have done that on purpose.
Why ever would I have?
To get rid of your guard, your captor, getting...
Well, you're wrong. You still stand to be quite useful to...
That's so? How?
No, I need you for a purpose. Well, don't just stand there and stare. I need a man, Geralt, and I'm not afraid to say it. I have no idea what awaits me once we leave this place. Treat it as my last wish.
just gonna go our separate ways? No parting words?
Did you wish to tell me something?
Actually, that'd probably be best.
Oh my. No woman's ever treated you this way.
Not that I recall, no.
In that case, at last you felt what so many women in this world feel at times.
I just hope this tale has a happy end.
That may very well depend.
What's that supposed to mean?
Nothing beyond what you heard. Come. The exit's this way.
Will-o'-the-wisp. I think it's got something to show us.
Careful. It's not to be trusted.
Curious. Why do you want the heart of Toussaint and the ducal line?
They were my right. My due.
Doubt we would have figured you out if you hadn't tried to get them. Know that, don't you?
I do. And I regret nothing.
Portals in a fountain? Not terribly practical.
It was a secret passage. Henriette and I would use it to...
Hide from your governess, which luckily she noted down in her diary, thus I knew where to await you. Never mind that. Has the young lady...
She has. And stop treating me as if...
Would you prefer I treated you like the lying...
Regis, what happened to your famous manners?
Apologies. I forgot myself.
Let's go. Really want to be... Nice place.
Isn't it? Offers a lovely view of the valley. On a clear day, you can see the outlines of Duntine.
Is it, though? A ruin like any other, I think. But perhaps he'll tell you himself.
You nervous?
Mm-hmm. It's always a bit nerve-wracking meeting an ex.
I doubt he'll be in the mood for jests.
May I be honest? Yes, I'm nervous. Yet I owe him this meeting.
Let's get ready. Deadline. Sienna, I have a question I must ask you.
Did you truly feign it all? That which bound us was a ruse?
Detlef, it's not that simple.
Oh no, it's very simple. You either deceived me or not. In forgiving you, I grieve. For now, we must part.
What? But how?
The ribbon.
Ha! Seems I've been fooled again. She will pay for this, sooner or later. She will pay! You never should have meddled with her! Just a lass. You tricked me. Both of you!
Didn't plan any of it.
Silence! If you acknowledge any gods, start praying now.
Nice place.
Isn't it?
Is it? Perhaps.
The ribbon.
I want just the last. Acknowledge any gods. Start praying now.
Leave him to me. Be gone.
I can't let...
I insist. My, what a smashing ensemble. You wear it well.
Shut up. I look like a twit.
The caftan is sewn of the best fabrics available, and according to the best tailoring practices. But one must have a modicum of taste to appreciate this. Even the most exquisite robes cover only deficiencies in beauty, never in refinement.
Rather not bicker about taste. Don't like to. It's neither interesting nor productive.
This particular Witcher has an inborn intolerance for formal occasions. Yet he's to attend just such an event shortly. I expect that's the source of his prickliness. So try not to take things personally, Master Tailor. Rather pity him. For in truth, stage fright overwhelms him. He trembles at the thought that he has no notion how to behave in the presence of Her Grace's Majesty.
As well he should. All that being as it may, Toussaint's highest honor, the Order of Vitis Vinifera, demands appropriate attire. The Duchess cannot be expected to drape the medal on a suit of armor caked in mud. Palace protocol places enormous emphasis on form, virtuous tradition, etiquette.
Huh. A tradition which values appearances ahead of all else. Which calls for lordly, glistening triviality and misplaced generosity.
Sound wistful. Pensive, Regis. That because they refused to buy you a new outfit?
Hardly. It's the tone I ever adopt when I find myself pondering, which, believe it or not, happens quite a lot. Besides, I've no need for a new outfit as I shall not be attending the ceremony.
Why not?
Because unlike you, I don't have to. I shall begin to pack my belongings instead. I trust you'll join me later, once you're richer by a medal and a fascinating new experience?
Count on it. Ceremonies, medals honoring virtues, just keeps coming up.
I've had no reprieve either. And I keep thinking of the last great virtue, compassion. It's the one piece of the puzzle that never seemed to fit.
Mean you suddenly believe the 5 virtues theory, after all we've revealed?
It's not a question of belief, superstition, or old wives' tales. It's a conclusion derived through exercising pure logic. Syanna planned everything in advance. Had we not stopped her, surely there'd have been a 5th victim. One the gossips would have associated with a lack of compassion.
Her plans don't matter now. Can't act on them. Ask the messenger who delivered my invitation to the ceremony. Syanna's in the palace. Courtiers pressured the Duchess to lock her in a tower.
Do you care not a whit who else was in her black book? We've some time before the ceremony. We could still chat with that boot-cleaning urchin. He was the one to pass the victims' names to Dettlaff. Perhaps we missed something.
Regis, Bootblack didn't say anything about making deliveries when we talked to him.
While you basked in glory and tried on new formal wear, I conducted a little investigation of my own. You'd be very proud to see how I conducted myself. I began by concocting an ample supply of boot wash for our enterprising young friend. I'd observed that among street folk, amidst their society as a whole, of course, the same holds true for...
The letters. What's the connection?
When the boot black arrived to collect his bucketful, he hinted he knew more. Simply put, He admitted he'd handed Detlef the letters. He knew this information was valuable to me.
All in all, why not check up on that?
I am done, yes. It lies in your hands now to see if you are able to present, or if you will first destroy it.
Promise to be careful.
Oh, it's the swordsman. Good to see you. Here for a spiffing? Dirty boots are a stain on professional dignity, you know. Step on up.
Need to ask you something.
Yet again? Go on then. I'm a proponent of free speech and I will gladly tell you all I know. But why not get your boots shanked while we jabber?
Guess they could use a spit and polish.
Clean boots, clean souls. A fine slogan.
How's business?
Well enough. I can't complain. Though it'd be even better
Man in the frock coat.
Why, of course.
If you're about to tell me this information... How'd you get those letters?
Beggars brought them.
Why didn't you tell us this before?
You didn't ask about beggars now, did...
Beggars. Tell us more about them.
Why, 4. 1 for each letter.
Just 4? Sure you didn't get a 5th?
I can't count, you know.
Remember anything else? These beggars have anything in common?
What? Come now. Each was different. Some had Oh! I know! They all had no home!
Kid, my patience is starting to run a little thin. Remember what they looked like?
Of course. I've a mind like a steel trap, as I said.
Geralt, allow me to ask a question. Listen, lad. I'll be glad to mix another batch of that boot shine for you. But you must focus now and tell us all you know.
Well, at the shelter, most like.
Where's that?
Everyone knows. It's just right.
Thanks, kid. For your trouble. We must visit the shelter. Look around inside.
Now bring
to move your little
us
camp
some
elsewhere, got it?
pudding.
This is a decent... You? What do you want?
To talk.
Here, that's a waste of breath. We've tried it.
Gentlemen, calm, please.
Either get out along with these flea-ridden vagabonds, or we'll toss you all out. Our patience...
Scram, decent folk.
The shelter, them living here, bothers you.
Look, Ballard. Another defender of the poor.
Damn nuisance. We've our women and young folk.
Decent folk you mention.
Why? Do you doubt?
Hell yes.
Hear that, Artois? He poking insults.
We should step aside, good fellow. My friend is perfectly capable of settling this unfortunate dispute.
You are one damn spirit.
All right. I can take a hint.
I thank you so much for your aid. I tried to reason with them.
What did they want from...
They are neighbors. Wish me to take my folk. I do not oppose going elsewhere, were we to have somewhere to go.
What is this place?
You could call it that. They come here to rest, and
You help them, why?
because they need help.
Need some information. Looking for a man who might have mentioned
The boot black. A feisty lad.
Any of your, wards supposed to...
Forgive me. Those I help and I are not so... You can question them yourself.
Sure all your usual...
They're not obliged to come, of course. But they rare...
Thanks.
My dears, I've a matter to address before I serve the soup. These two gentlemen have some questions of you.
Recently, 4 of you delivered sealed letters to the bootblack. I know this.
Does anyone know what the gentleman means? Go on, speak up. Romain?
Why should I squeal? We were all told not to.
You can tell me, Romain. You were given a letter and you delivered it, right? Good work, Romain. Thank you. Who else?
I got one too. Gave it to the bootblack.
I still have mine. I'm to deliver it 2 days after the Feast of St. Barnabas.
It's a matter of importance to the duchy. Hand it over, or I'll take it from you, plain and simple.
But I was to deliver it personally. Let no one else see it.
You ought to heed folk who are kind and honest. These men helped me a short while ago. Helped all up.
All right, take it. I didn't...
Damn it.
What is it? Another name, truly?
See for yourself.
Well. I must say, even I did not expect this. This time you will see to our Duchessa. It seems we underestimated Siana rather grossly.
Judging by this, Detloff was literally supposed to tear her heart out.
Yet first you must snap her neck.
Puzzle complete.
Alas, the matter ceased to be a tantalizing brain tease and has turned incredibly grave. We've...
Duchess was to be Detloff's last victim.
Indeed, the logical...
4 seemingly random victims to start. The virtue's their only link. Enough to get folk talking about a right... Obscured the victim's links to Siana, even as she had those she despised.
Had she managed to fulfill her plan, none would have questioned the... She was known to show a hard heart on many occasions. Ample proof of a lack of...
Why would Siana murder her own sister? Out of envy?
Yes, and yes. All seem likely.
Think it's a good idea? After all, we foiled her carefully planned
Talk to you? Would it harm? Some philosophers think empirical... I believe you mentioned the Duchess keeps Siana locked.
Courtiers were insisting on a harsher punishment. Much harsher. One way or another, she's locked away in a secluded wing of the palace, awaiting trial before a court. So, meet up once it's over?
You assume correctly. I shall await you at Mère la Chaise Longue.
The witches zip through the streets while everyone sleeps.
Halt!
Need to see Siana.
In the matter of?
Need to interrogate her. New facts have come to light. Need them explained.
Ah, fine then. You're that witcher who's...
Promise to be brief.
The witcher will speak with the inmate.
As long as it's truly...
Have you come to see how I fare? I'm fine, thank you. Artorius' ribbon worked wonders. It's a shame they took it from me
I know who the fifth victim was supposed to be.
Goodness, you're simply a compulsive snoop. I'm in prison. Detlef is dead. Could you not just drop it?
Siana, stop pretending you couldn't care less. I know it's an act, and it's really starting to wear. Why'd you want to kill her?
For such an accomplished investigator to
You envy her. Her power, her beauty, the love of her people.
I see I misjudged you. Well, what now? Off to share your discovery with Anna Henrietta? Oh, she's no longer in danger.
Definitely gonna tell her. Not necessarily for the...
Then why do it at all? I probably will.
At least you're being honest, finally.
Lying only ever makes sense when there's a chance someone will believe you. It's actually refreshing, in a way, to say what I truly think. I was only ever nice to you to get you to sleep with me. I thought you might come in handy one day. Your comrade Regis is using you, and Anna Henrietta perceives you solely as her unthinking, blind...
I like this game. Long as we're being honest, here I go. You're a pathetic, self-centered snake. Should I go on? You'll rot in this tower. You'll die of old age, embittered, alone and forgotten. By everyone. Have a nice life, Siana.
Commander de la Tour would like to see you. Shall we go?
Let's go. Damien.
Geralt, it's about time. Ready for the ceremony?
Your face. Though it looked even worse last I saw you.
I apply a balm of arnica. Yeah.
Got some important information. Anna Henrietta was supposed to be Detlef and Siana's fifth victim.
You are certain of this?
Completely. Found proof.
Inconceivable. How could she? The murders, the mayhem she brought. I must alert my men. Enlarge the Duchess's honor guard. Make certain Sylvia Anna is closely watched. I thank you, Witcher, for alerting me. Let's begin the ceremony. In the Guild's name, I beg your assistance, your enlightened highness. Without barrels, production will come to a stop, and it will be the end of us.
You lost them all in the fire.
Yes, your enlightened highness, all. Once the beasts...
I shall dispatch a palace guardsman to examine the site of the blaze. If things are...
Thank you, your enlightened... Your Grace, Geralt of Rivia has arrived.
My dear subjects, we come now to our next point of business. Of all the duties which fall upon my shoulders, as the ruler of this dominion, this duty is dearest to my heart. For now, we shall award the Order of Vitis Vinifera, Tucson's highest honor.
Geralt of Rivia, Slayer of the Beast of Beauclair, step forth.
We bestow the distinction upon the Witcher, who saved Beauclair from the terrible beast. Such is our desire. May this symbol serve as a reminder to all that the Witcher shall forever remain a friend of Beauclair. In more familiar terms now, I thank you immensely, Geralt. Damien has your reward for you. After all, it was but a contract.
Thank you.
I have a small surprise for you, in addition. I give you more than a dozen barrels of Son Real, a wine normally reserved for the ducal table. The gustatory experience of a lifetime awaits. Are you content?
I am, and truly grateful, Your Grace. Sadly, I'm afraid I have to sour the mood. It's Syanna. She plotted to have you killed, Duchess. Planned to use Dettlaff. You were to be the beast's 5th victim.
This cannot be true. You're mistaken. You must be.
I have proof.
I do not believe it. In a moment I shall speak to Syanna. Will you assist me? You returned my sister to me, yet what you tell me now I find devastating. I've come to doubt.
I'm not. In fact, I'd recommend you be particularly careful around her.
You exaggerate, Witcher. She is my sister.
If my presence will help in any manner, of course I'll stay.
We shall now question a person implicated in the murders which recently ravaged our fair city of Beauclair. Captain de la Tour, show Sylvia Anna in.
The Witcher will take part in our talk.
The Duchess requested I be present.
You have committed crimes. Grave crimes. Yet you are my sister, and my heart does not allow me to treat you as a common criminal. Nor does it let me believe you sought my demise. My heart yearns to know you were swayed by the monster Dettlaff. You yourself would never stoop so low. Thus I have asked Geralt to advise me, as one impartial. I shall now hear what he has to say.
No matter the mitigating circumstances, whatever they may be, Syanna is a criminal and should be tried as such. And punished as such. Her guilt is clear.
Your words sadden me greatly, Witcher. but I cannot deny their logic. Sienna, you shall be tried and given a fitting punishment. Yet we shall never cease to be family. As Duchess, I shall have to judge you. But as your sister, I shall never stop loving you. Will you forgive me?
I shall never forgive you.
Need some flowers. A wreath, or...
I've none. Sold everything. I was just on my way out. No sense hanging about with nothing to do. Should come as no shock, sir. Had the funeral. Folk took it all. But she liked common roses best. I know. Her ladies in waiting would... I've still not come to terms with it. To be...
Anna Henrietta wanted to believe there was still hope for Sienna, that she'd show remorse.
I know you. You're that witcher from the...
Mm-hmm.
Wait here. Take these.
Thought you were out of flowers.
I put a bouquet aside. I was to take it to her myself.
How much do I owe you?
Not a copper. Keep your coin and raise a token.
Do just that. Farewell.
Snow White, you with the exquisite hair.
Let you raise it.
By the prophet's wings.
Ah! Cheap inoculations! Come get a touch of pop!
Witcher, I was certain you'd departed.
Couldn't. Anna Henrietta was...
Wondrous. Beautiful. Good. The best ruler one could hope to have. Yet I let her down.
Don't be so hard on yourself. No one expected Sienna to do that, persist to the end. And none of us did anything to stop her. 'Cause there was nothing we could do.
I suppose you are right. But when someone so beloved dies, one cannot help but search one's soul for blame. And even the hardiest knights grow faint-hearted then.
Come to pay my respects. Bid the
White roses. They were her favorite. Go inside then.
What? Who decided that?
The Regent's Council. A pack of old men who've statutes and codices for hearts. Ducal blood flowed in sea.
I regret it ended this way, that I failed to prevent it. Hope you can forgive me. Rest in peace.
Stylish crypt, quite subdued. Yes, this is the kind of eternal resting place I dream of.
Moments like this, I never know if you're joking or serious.
Serious, Geralt, serious. It's remarkably peaceful, subtly charming to the hill. Ah, you humans, you'll never cease to amaze me. To feel despair in the face of natural processes to which you are predestined. I've come to take you from this place, my friend. Dare say you deserve a speck of respite after the mad...
All those deaths I failed to prevent. Feel pretty awful right about now. Can't help thinking I could have done more. Now Toussaint's left without a ruler, or more accurately, chaos rules here. Hand in hand with despair. Duchess won over people's hearts. All Beauclair now weeps for her.
A mass outburst of emotion. Well, it seems her subjects have adopted some of their recent ruler's traits.
Why the sarcasm? Thought you liked Anna Henrietta.
I did. And I do truly rue her passing.
Me too.
Then let us drink.
Always seemed to me you were a very complicated creature by nature. Not one to resort to such simple methods like drinking your worries away.
There exist worries for which they're quite...
Whatever you say about Siona, you gotta admit, she was unbending.
That she was. I do admit it. Though, in her case...
True.
How do you find my personal brew?
Just right.
Credit the local mandrake of the Alrauna diabolus variety for that. The tubers which grow in this area's volcanic soil have an altogether...
Fascinating. All I can say is this batch turned out excellent.
Indeed. It might be wise to stockpile some roots for the future.
If you think it's a good idea, let's go. But I think you might be forgetting one.
Ah, not a problem. I never forget matters of safety.
Thanks. Right then.
This... It makes me oh so dreamy.
Penny for your thoughts. Let me guess. Succubus twins?
No, I was thinking about... oh, how anything can look interesting when properly lit.
Even an old necrophage corpse? Now, where'd that bloodsucker go? Won't be easy to track down. He's a vampire, after all.
Regis!
Damn it, where'd you go?
Regis!
You raise your hand against the vampire!
I did what I had to do!
Stench. Those Bruxay, they called you a traitor.
Alas, we've a very simple code of honor, we vampires. So simple you might call it trivial.
Won't let it go, will...
They will not. Fortunately, we've another rule. That is why I must leave to...
Yeah,
Let us make for my camp. Supreme bouquet. Firm, defined beginning, then develops gently, rising to a...
Not much of a connoisseur.
Then it is high time you started your education. After all, the Corvo Bianco Vin...
Thanks.
A trifle. That will nonetheless... Incidentally, have you thought about what you'll do with your prize? Shall you hang your...
No, just not the life for me. Sure, might stop by there occasionally. But I'd rather keep moving. It's not a choice being a Witcher. And once you are one, you're one. Besides, plenty of work left for me in the world.
Rather droll, isn't it, that each time we meet something... I can remember a night, not too far from here if I'm not mistaken. We hid in a cave while a blizzard raged all about. Does that sound at all familiar?
How could it not? We just set off to rescue Ciri from Vilgefortz.
Oh, our encounter with Vilgefortz. That is something I do not remember.
Seemed like a land straight out of a fairy tale back then. Its sole problem, cellars too small to accomplish.
Appearances, Geralt. Appearances like Mamoon's.
Killed him. What about you?
Distance is of the essence.
Nilfgaard?
Why ever not? The Nilfgaardians are a modern society. None there.
Interesting. I so don't feel...
So we shall, my friend. We have witnessed, and in fact on several occasions incited, many great and weighty events. After all that toil, I believe we deserve a bit of a rest.
That we do.